Last night I was lying in bed thinking about the new noodle blocks Minecraft is adding. Some people call them bamboo wood, but I think noodle blocks is better. You know, there's something there. Anyway, they're crafted using bamboo, which is found in jungle biomes, and that got me thinking, is there actually a village structure that generates in the jungle? I wasn't so sure, so I ran a locate command, and you know what? It turns out they don't. Village, desert, plain, savanna, snowy, no jungle. It's a fact. Most of you probably already knew that already, but just, you know, I'm learning. So we've learned that by default, there are only 5 types of villages that generate. That's the desert, the plains, the savanna, the snowy, and the tiger village. If you play Bedrock, there's a couple others, but still no jungle. That means there's potentially a big opportunity in the next update to add a naturally generating village to the jungle made out of the new bamboo. I mean, noodle blocks. I'm sure they've already thought about it, but you know, what could that look like? We do place, structure, village, plains, I guess. Boom. That's a whole village. It's a lot of village to transform. Where do I start? Let's start with this little simple house in the corner here. It's got walls. It's 5 by 5. I think I can manage this one. So I got to work transforming this simple little plains villager house, swapping out all the original blocks for bamboo, and just a warning, it didn't look very good. Like a block there. That is so cursed. Maybe that doesn't work. I don't know, maybe we put like a jungle log on the corner or something? I don't know, it's not great, but it's definitely better than than the full noodle house. Sure, let's just do it and see what happens. What do you think of your new house? Do you like it? Please say yes, please say yes. It's a full noodle house. There's no other way to describe it really. And then I'm doing that for the rest of the village. So I got stuck into transforming the village block by block. And to begin with, for like the first couple of houses, it was really relaxing, but over time, it did get a little bit tedious. One thing that did make it way easier though is that the bamboo blocks are non-directional compared to logs. For example, when you place it, it faces the way that you place it. I thought that was something they might consider doing. You could argue that architecturally speaking, in real life, the bamboo would be bundled together in specific directions to make the building stronger, and that would translate to how you place the block in Minecraft. But I'm really glad they didn't. That would have taken me way longer, and you know, I'm a simple man. Most of the time, I just want to place a block and it looks the way that it looks. Wait a second, look at this. This block is placed vertically, not horizontally. That changes everything. That is scandalous. Outrage. And on this side as well. Look, oh my goodness, no way. Look at it, horizontally. I didn't do this. I just spawned this building in. Who built this? That is actually so interesting. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. Look at that. It was all placed vertically. I am lost. My reality is crumbling after that. What the heck? Who am I? What am I doing? What are these blocks? What do they mean? Why are there noodles? In the left corner, we have the bamboo lamp. What are these called? Street lamp? And in the right corner, we have contender number 2, the jungle street lamp. Which do you prefer? I think I might go for the bamboo just because everything else is bamboo. I mean noodle. This is very intimidating, but if you ever wanted to see a plains village reskinned with jungle themed blocks, this is what it would look like. He's not watching. It's not watching. So this doesn't look very good. It's not very exciting, and I think that's simply because it's just a plains village reskinned to look like a jungle village. It doesn't have its own unique style and purpose, so we gotta do something about that. To get some ideas going, I went ahead and generated one of each of the different village styles, and that was really interesting. Each different village has its own unique design style specific to the climate and the conditions and weather of the biome that it generates in. To make a jungle village, I would have to take all of these things into consideration to make sure that the build actually feels like it belongs in a tropical environment. So to begin, I started by just tweaking the basic villager house that we just transformed. Tropical climates usually experience quite a lot of rain, like there's usually like a rainy season or something, so I thought, you know, let's lift it up by a block, get it off the ground, that way it avoids flooding and all those kind of things. I then started exploring a few other ideas, like adding a boardwalk around the house, making it circular, lifting it up higher, changing out some of the roof shapes, removing the walls altogether, and I didn't feel like I was nailing it, so I changed my plan. I decided to recreate pretty much every bamboo structure that they showed at Minecraft Live, and this was so much fun. It really helped me get a better understanding of how they think about building and how players might actually use these blocks. And I have to say, these builds were actually really cool. I had so much fun remaking them, so big shout out to whoever made these at Minecraft. You did such a good job. my main takeaway from this was that these builds are pretty much just showcase builds or player builds. They use almost exclusively the bamboo blocks, which is great for like showing creativity, but I don't think it really contributes much to gameplay, which is what we're concerned about today. That being said, I did come away with quite a few ideas. Those ideas then turned into this pretty sizable collection of villager houses. As you can see, there's a lot of variation, experimenting with different shapes, heights, elevations, and different blocks. I even messed around with some of the other village assets like the meeting point, the well, the lighting, the plant boxes, the hay bales, and proficient buildings. So let's jump into an actual jungle biome and see what those builds look like in context. Here we go, we're building the village finally. First thing I decided to do was just clean the terrain up a little bit. I even knocked out this big lump in the middle because it was annoying me, and I wanted the village well to go right in that spot. Then I started mapping out the roads with red wool, and then I replaced it with the dirt path. I didn't worry about the smoothness of the terrain or anything because, you know, let's be honest, vanilla roads are always pretty rough. Next, it was time to put in some structures. I started down by the river's edge and started putting in the more elevated buildings closer to where the water was, allowing for that idea that the river level might rise over sort of the rainy seasons. It was quite interesting placing all these buildings in and seeing the village really sort of start to fill out. It really started giving me a sense of, you know, this is what it actually could look like. Now that I'd laid out all the villager housing and proficient buildings, it was finally time to decorate, so I added in some lighting, added in some farms, some crops, food, trees, bushes, you name it, a whole bunch of different little assets, and it really brought the village to life. I was so stoked on how it was turning out. Welcome everybody to my imagining of what a vanilla jungle village could look like. We're going to take a little walk around, but as we go, I want you to ask yourself one question, and that is, do you think that this could fit into vanilla? And if that answer is yes, awesome, let me know. But if it's no, also let me know what's missing, what would make it vanilla, or what is added here that takes away from that vanilla feel. I'd love to hear your feedback. Hey there, little guy. If you notice a little difference in the textures, it's because I'm currently in version 1.19 using a resource pack made by my friend Shovel. So I'll have his profile linked down below. But here we go. We've got a little fisherman hut right here, right at the start of the village. Obviously the workstation there. I love this. I think it would be so cool to have a fisherman proficient building right on the water, like in the water, right on the water's edge. And this is real nerdy, but this is a 1.5 block tall. Villagers cannot walk and get trapped in the water there. The little baby guys could. Where did that little guy go? But you know, I think that would be really cool, especially having the docks that you could pull up in your bamboo raft and walk right into the village. Next up, we have a couple just really simple villager houses using this elevated design. When I was looking through reference pictures, a lot of these tropical houses, jungle houses, were all built on stilts to protect them from the rain and from flooding. So I've tried to add that idea as much as possible. I even elevated the food here. We've got the hay bales, which are classic to villages, but they're lifted up by 1 block. I also added this structure here, which I don't really know how it fits into the whole layout of a village, but I also saw, when I was looking at reference images, a lot of these really open air, sort of no wall buildings. I don't know, maybe it's showcasing the use of the campfire or something. I don't know. It was an interesting one for sure. So heading up the hill off to the right here, we have a archery / Fletcher building, added in some archery blocks and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. And then we have this thing here. It's like a furnace. It has a campfire in there. You can't really use it. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this one. I thought it was quite cool. Like it uses the mud. It shows the campfire working. I don't know. It was a thing. And then over here we have the classic gathering point, the village well. Normally you would see villagers swimming in it, but today we just have a pig. Over the other side, it's not much more going on, just a whole bunch of houses, some scuffed roads, you know, classic vanilla style, always gotta have something broken. And then we have this building here, which I thought was quite interesting. We have some cows living underneath, a little leatherworker station there with the cauldron, and then there's some housing upstairs. I don't know how well villagers can pathfind up and down stairs like this, but it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. And also, I don't know if this is like a vanilla thing, like, will the villagers take fall damage? Will you hurt yourself falling off there? I think it's probably not super villager safe, so this is a big question mark for this design. We got another couple villager houses down here, and then another little dock. Could be like another fisherman. Oop, I fell in. Another fisherman profession building. But that really sort of wraps it up. We got some more crop fields. I don't know. It feels like this could exist in vanilla Minecraft, but I need you guys to let me know. Would this fit in vanilla Minecraft? At Minecraft Live, Lady Agnes said that with the announcements, they wanted to create player dreams. And I hope that this is what this video is. I'm not saying this should be in the game. Like, I mean, like it could be. It's like a what if, right? It's an imagining. I'm dreaming out loud. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.